What's up, everybody? MikeO back, here to do a fun, relaxing card break. No pressure, not much expense, probably not going to be any big hits, but could be a whole lot of ripping fun. We got some junk wax, as many call it. Got some fun wax to rip here. A lot of old school stuff, a lot of stuff I grew up with. This was gifted to me. I showed it off a little while ago in one of my mail days. Muhammad, a member of the SGC and PSA submission group, sent these my way, so I appreciate it. And just going to have some fun ripping different stuff. We got some tops, we got some Fleer, some Donruss, little score, pack up our deck, O-Pee-Chee. Should be fun. So start with some Donruss. 40-cent tag from Walgreens. Should be fun. Some names from the past. And right there, we got Brett Butler. I always enjoyed watching Brett Butler growing up. Wow, right out of the pack. Check out the centering for the 88 Donruss. Lee Smith. Andy Van Slyke. He was a star back on those really good Pirates teams of the early 90s. Played with the Phillies towards the end of his career. Juan Samuel had a nice Phillies career. Carmelo Martinez, Kevin Bass, Jerry Hairston, rated rookie, Pete O'Brien, Devon White, Andres Galarraga, Mike Davis, Kevin Seitzer. There you go. There's Brett Butler. 88 Donruss. All right, we got some 1990 Donruss. So a lot of people, some people, not big fans of 90 Donruss. I love it, probably because I was 8 years old, and those early years of collecting. So you have fond memories ripping them. Got the old school wax packs. How the times have changed from 1990 to 2020 in the card world. All right, this was the Carl Yastrzemski puzzle. I know 2020 Donruss football, they have some cards in this design. Pretty cool. Love to pick some of those up for the collection. We Steve Finley. Larry Walker. There we go. It's a Larry Walker rookie. Slightly off center, a little fatter on the right side, but that's pretty cool. Put that aside. Darren Jackson, Francisco Cabrera. I think, didn't he have see the guy who had the big home run in the World Series? Mike Bielecki. Jamie Moyer. Had a very lengthy career. He actually started really late. So when you look at the fact that he pitched in his late 40s, you would think he actually pitched longer than he did. But I think he was in his late 20s by the time he got called up. David Cohn. Fantastic career. Look at that 1988 season. 20-3, 222. Greg Jeffries. Mike Stanley. Glenn Davis. Rick Reed. Scott Sanderson. Sometimes it's fun to take a trip down memory lane, rip some stuff, go through it, see what you got. It's especially refreshing in today's world of investing and all about the money. And, the money is an important role in the hobby now because products are so expensive and collecting is just pricey. So, of course, the value does matter. But getting away from that a little bit is fun. Julio Franco, he's another guy, much like Jamie Moyer, played forever. I think even after he's out of the big leagues, he was playing in the Mexican League or something for a long time. There's a nice Ozzie Smith All-Star. Brian Smith, Diamond Kings. Dale Murphy. Cool Dale Murphy. Dwight Gooden. Steve Jeltz. Shout out to Papino Man. Steve Jeltz. Jerry Brown. All right, 2 more packs of Donruss. These might be the hardest Donruss packs I've ever opened. These were really waxed well. Bert Blyleven. Little Hall of Fame pool. Pete O'Brien. Devon White. Tom Henke. Tom Pagnazzi. Barry Bonds. Hell of a player. Obviously. Tim Belcher. Eric King. Pat Combs. I think he works, or at least he did. He was working out of the... That's a sweet Will Clark. He was working out of the Texas Rangers Stadium, the ballpark in Arlington. I think he had an office there, but he did some kind of financial something. I got a TTM from him a few years ago. He was a big-time Phillies prospect. Came up and had immediate success with the Phils, and then, you know, things obviously from there didn't go as well, but a lot of high hopes for him in Philadelphia in the late 80s, early 90s. Steve Lyons, Don Carmen. Oh, sweet Randy Johnson. Second year Randy Johnson. Mike Bielecki is another Pat Combs. Dave Stewart. Member of some World Series teams. Where's that Pat Combs? First 6 games, 4 wins, 0 losses, struck out 30 and a 2.09 ERA. So Patrick Dennis Combs got off to that hot start. Let's keep breaking some Donruss. I'm going to say this is probably 91. And it is correct. Willie Stargell puzzle. Juan Gonzalez, second-year card. Dwight Gooden. Omar Vizquel. Bernard Gilkey. Another Tim Belcher. John Kruk. What's up, John Kruk? He's a fan favorite in Philadelphia. Still does some announcing. And he's a guy with a lot of ability that, had a rough year and a half with San Diego, moved to Philadelphia and kind of rejuvenated his career and was a part of a special team in 93, a real character, became a star, an all-star, and definitely happy he did what he did. Bob Welch, Robin Yount, Danny Darwin. 1992 Donruss Series 2. Outside chance at an elite. Very tough. And there should be some Diamond Kings. 1992 Donruss. Opened so much of this. I remember my dad bought a case of it. At some point, probably the first case he ever bought. Probably at one of the... now you have... BJ's and Costco's back then. I think it was like Pace, I think was one of the names. But held on to it for years, and then we opened the whole thing trying to get one elite. Never got one. Rod Beck, Kevin Apier, John Marzano, he's a local guy. He was a Phillies announcer for a while, worked on the postgame show. Wilson Alvarez, I remember that, tossing a no-hitter in his second career start. Kim Batiste. Kim Batiste was a guy, he was a member of the 1993 Phillies, the National League champs. In Game 1, he actually made an error that allowed the tying run to score, but he did end up getting a hit to help walk off the win for the Phils. So he actually just in the last week or two passed away. So appreciate Kim Batiste. He had a short career, but he made an impact and will always be remembered. So that's a cool card I will absolutely keep in the PC. Rob Deere, Kurt Young. All right, some more 92. There's a Wilson Alvarez base. The backs of these cards, super underrated. Very, very cool. Very nice. Greg Colburn. Jim Vatcher. He was a Philly for a short while. Randy Myers. Wally Ritchie. I think I saw he was like a mayor of some town. Some small town. He became a mayor. I remember he was involved in a bench clearing brawl with the Phils one year. Ryan Sandberg. Andy Mota. Denny Nagel. Gossage and Nolan Ryan. Pair of Hall of Famers. Is that Wilson Alvarez? Man, 92 Donruss. Actually kind of nice. It's not, one of the all-time great designs, but not bad. The backs are great looking. So much better than some of those late-year paper Donruss. Glossy with the dual images. Steve Lyons again. Chuck Knobloch, 91 Rookie of the Year. It's pretty cool. Roger McDowell. Roger Clemens, 91 Cy Young Award winner. Benito Santiago. Jose Offerman. Jeff Fasaro. All right, 2 more packs. Mike Bielecki. Ivan Calderon. Tino Martinez rated rookie. Had a hell of a career. Larry Anderson, another member of the 1993 Phils. He was with the Phils early in his career. Moved around at one point, was traded from the Astros to the Red Sox for Jeff Bagwell. So that deal didn't work out too well for one team. And he actually came back to the Phillies, finished up his career there, and he's been an announcer in Philadelphia for a couple decades at this point. All right, one more pack. There's another John Marzano, Philadelphia, PA. Pete Shorrock, Jerome Walton, man, this guy was a huge prospect. He never really panned out to become a superstar, but if he was in today's products, people would be chasing his first Bowman. Dwight Gooden, man, they got a lot of Dwight Goodens. John Kruk featured in the Curtis Wilkerson card. Carlton Fisk. Todd Benzinger. Believe Silver Jackify's got a Todd Benzinger story. And a Harold Baines Diamond King. Hall of Famer Harold Baines. That's so sweet. Those Diamond Kings. 92 is the best year for Diamond Kings. They're awesome looking. All right, let's do some Fleer before we get into the tops. So this is 1991 Fleer, and then I'll have some 90 and then some more 91. 91 is not among the most popular Fleer years ever. Dodgers, National League champion Los Angeles Dodgers, Mitch Williams. Mike Brumley, a checklist. Chet Lemon. The Rocket, Roger Clemens, and Rick Aguilera. Obviously, bright yellow. They sure as heck stand out. Let's do the rest of the 91 Fleer, then we'll do the 90 Fleer. It's a fun set to get autographed, especially you get it done in blue Sharpie. They really stand out. They look really awesome. The Minnesota Twins, shout out to Dystemic. Stan Javier. Sil Campusano. He broke up, I think Doug Drabeck had a no-hitter back in 91, probably 91. And I think he broke it out in the ninth inning. It might have even been 2 outs. Harold Reynolds, obviously a long time, broadcaster and studio guy with ESPN and MLB Network. And then you got Bobby Witt, whose son is one of the big prospects in baseball right now. Bobby Witt Jr. with the Royals organization. The Texas Rangers. We got some Rangers fans in the community. Most notably, Baseball Collector, who's now part of Bench Clear Media. There's a Willie McGee, Francisco Cabrera, Fred McGriff, Potentially a future Hall of Famer. We'll see. John Farrell. He's had a career as a pitching coach and a manager. There's Mark Lemke, World Series hero for the Atlanta Braves. These wax packs are like the opposite of those early ones, those Donruss ones. These are really easy to open. Mark Davis, Nolan Ryan, Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Sean Bosky, Jay Buhner, hell of a player, and also a great Seinfeld reference. The Milwaukee Brewers. Shout out to Stofe Investor for the Brewers. Don Paul got the last out as the Phillies clinched the National League East in '93. Ben McDonald, big-time prospect. Forget what he does now. I don't know if he's a baseball coach in college or high school or something. I know I've seen him in different interviews and do radio appearances and such. The Pirates, Bob Lewis. Keith Hernandez, another Seinfeld guy. John Franco. There's another John Marzano. Todd Stottlemyre. Tom Candiotti. Man, he pitched forever, too. Carlos Martinez. All right, 1990 Fleer. You can get Larry Walker rookies in here. Frank Thomas, I believe, was part of the extended set. Cleveland Indians. See how long they'll be the Cleveland Indians. Dave Parker. Oh, Steve Jeltz. John Smiley. Kirby Puckett. That's cool. Of course, you got to give the shout out to Dustin and Blake for the Kirby Puckett. Jay Bell. He was manager for the Trenton Thunder for a while. Of course, who knows what the future holds for minor league baseball. A lot of things up in the air there. 1990 Fleer, definitely always a cheaper looking product. Never disliked it, but definitely not the most exciting of designs. Don Robinson, he was a good hitting pitcher. Ken Caminiti, very good player. Saw him hit a home run in the All-Star game. Dutch Dalton, Darren Dalton. Off center and quite rough cut. It's one of the reasons, like, if you're into collecting graded cards and you can get a Gem 10 in very affordable, it's worth it. There's a reason. I mean, I wouldn't pay like $80 or something crazy, but when you think of the cost of grading, the time you have to wait and how difficult it is, I mean, pack fresh cards are going to perpetually come out off center, rough cut, things like that. It's not that easy. You got to open a lot to find some high graded cards. Another Doc Gooden. Dwayne Murphy. All right, last pack. The Cincinnati Reds. Cal Ripken, Tony Fernandez. Bud Black, Norm Charlton. There's another Cal Ripken. Terry Kennedy. Paul Molitor. All right, we got some tops, and we got some other stuff here. We got some Score. We got some O-Pee-Chee. Let's do the Score. Score didn't have the wax pack. It had like a thin plastic wrap. What year is this? This is 1989 Score. Dan Gladden. Ray Knight, Kevin Elster, Jose De Leon. A year to remember, 1963. You got some info on 1963. Charlie Huff. Mickey Tattleton. Ramon Martinez, brother of Pedro, the bigger of the prospects, believe it or not. David West. What's funny is all these names, it just, come flooding back to you. I'm sure there's some people out there similar age that, see the same thing. But there's probably some younger guys out there watching like, who the hell are all these guys? Look at that. Randy Johnson. That's sweet to pull Randy Johnson rookie. Definitely not centered great, but cool pull. Chris Sabo and his rec specs. Donnie Baseball. John Kruk. Year to remember, 1952. It should say the first year of Topps. AL win streak for the Red Sox. Van Snyder. All right, we got some O-Pee-Chee. 1991 O-Pee-Chee Premier Baseball. I think this is the first year that they made like different looking cards rather than just a Topps design, if I remember right. Kirk Gibson, Eric Davis, Alex Cole, Ricky Henderson, Terry Pendleton, Albert Bell. Albert Bell had a hell of a career, man. This guy, he was really good. Little grumpy, not the nicest fella in the world, but hell of a ball player. And probably could have played longer if he got along with people a little better. Sean Dunston, Ryan Sandberg, Juan Gonzalez, Paul Molitor, Greg Olson. So 1992 O-Pee-Chee. And 92 O-Pee-Chee. Just the Topps cards, I believe. With a stick of super old gum. Jim Lindemann, former Philly. This looks like the Topps card just says O-Pee-Chee. Lonnie Smith, Ron Gant, Tom Henke, Ben McDonald, Espinoza, Dick Schofield, and Tim Bolton. All right, we got one pack in 1990 Upper Deck. Let's see what we got in here. The memory is just flowing back opening this stuff. Rick Cerrone. Glenn Wilson, Tim Bolton, Gary Wayne, Mark Parent, Bert Blyleven, Kirk Gibson, another our first Jose De Jesus. Here's our sticker, hologram sticker for the Mariners. Gerald Young, Harold Reynolds, Kent Anderson, Eric Plunk, Will Clark, Chris Hammond, and Oddibe McDowell. All right, we got some Topps left. Topps Big. I remember having some of these when I was younger, but I don't really remember ripping any. I'm sure I did at some point, but Topps Big. All right, we got Tom Bernansky, Pete O'Brien, Juan Berninger, Zane Smith. Actually, cool cards. Jose De Leon, Greg Brock, Bill Wegman. I wonder if I actually probably need, I probably have some Phillies thrown somewhere, but it'd be cool to have one of these slabbed Phillies card for my Phillies slabbed collection. At some point, I'm going to do a crazy long video with, different examples of different cards. It's a chance to get a t-shirt. Ozzie Smith, Sid Bream, Santana, Tony Fernandez, Deion James, Art Lee, Hammonmaker. Those were third series. This is second series. Pat Tabler, Tony Gwynn. What up, Tony? Nice. Jack Howell, Mel Hall, Lou Whitaker, Mike Scott, Kirk McCaskill. Roger McDowell, Jose Uribe, Mario Soto, Kelly Gruber, Rick Shue, Todd Worrell, and Dave Stieb. It's a pack of minis, 1989 Major League Baseball Leaders Super Glossy, 30 cents a pack. Win a trip to 1990 spring training. I kind of hope we don't win because, well, that was a long time ago and our opportunity has long passed. I remember these: Nolan Ryan, Sid Fernandez, Mark McGuire. Chance to win. Gerald Young, Eric Davis, Andy Van Slyke, and that Will Clark. Probably be kind of a cool product to get autographed. Be pretty neat. All right, we got 1991 tops. Got a Greg Maddux. Slice of gum. See how dried out that is. Hear that snap. Ooh, gum stained Fred McGriff. Danny Darwin, Eric Anthony, Checklist, John Franco, Derek May. There's that Fred McGriff, Ray Langford, Bobby Thigpen, Dave Hollins. Sweet Dave Hollins there. Lenny Dykstra, another awesome card. Very cool. Bobby Bonilla, Tom Bolton, and Greg Maddux. Sweet Greg Maddux. 86. Definitely not a pack you see run into too often. Let's open the other 91. Our gum stained card is Doug Rader, manager, California Angels. Reggie Harris, Mike Morgan, Steve Sachs, Al Leiter, had a good career. This looks like a Panini card with the blank helmet. Juan Gonzalez. Look at him mashing in the minors. It's a sign of things to come. All right, this should be fun. 1986 tops. We got a Philly. Oh, this is O-Pee-Chee. Holy crap. I didn't even realize it was O-Pee-Chee. Snap. Man, the Gary Maddux has got wax stains like crazy. Dwayne Murphy, Glenn Hoffman, Lou Thornton, Ron Oster, Brian Smith, Pete O'Brien, and Pagliarulo. All right, final packs are rack packs. Used to find these in drugstores or Toys R Us or Kmart. They would just hang from here, hang the peg hooks. Most of the time they'd be fine. Sometimes people would come by, knock them off, they'd hit the floor. If you didn't pay attention, you would get a pack with a bunch of crushed corners, but hey, it happens. This is 91 Donruss. Shout out to TTM Troy, who's doing his best to put together the set. There's a cool Omar Vizquel. Mike Scioscia, longtime manager. Fred McGriff. Ozzie Smith. Ken Griffey Jr. Cool card there. All-star card. Derek Bell, rated rookie. He's a good player. Made some all-star teams. Obviously, this has become a lengthy video, so hopefully you're enjoying having this on in the background while you're sorting cards or working on some sort of card-related project or something else. I very much doubt there's many people glued to their screen counting down every card. There's Matt Williams, Barry Bonds, Diamond King, Carlton Fisk, Alan Trammell, another Hall of Famer. Hall of Fame City, Danny Jackson. He had a good career, a couple good years. Randy Reddy. Dan Gladden. Bob Walk, longtime Pirates announcer. There's Bob Welch as an all-star. Kurt Stillwell, Diamond King. Von Hayes. What's up, Von Hayes? What's up, Bob Lewis? What's up, world? It's Von Hayes. 1990. Chris James. Brian Harper, Eddie Murray. I just go with the first name, last name on Eddie Murray. I don't go with the middle name. Some do it. Some do it very well. Consider Nate, Tops 85, 401, one of the best in the community of fully pronouncing Eddie Murray's name. Checklist. Willie Randolph, Ken Phelps, Billy Ripken, not the right Billy Ripken, we need the old one. Big Mac, Dickie Thon, first autograph I ever acquired in person was from Dickie Thon. Billy Hatcher, Wally Backman, Todd Froworth. Mike Maddox, brother of Greg. Phillies throughout history have always had the wrong brother. I don't know. Maybe not in the case of Aaron and Austin Nola, but we'll see. Austin Nola had a really good year. All right, last pack of Donruss. Then we got a couple tops. And then we'll say goodbye. Just fun to rip. Fun to reminisce. Check out the old designs, get that feel, that old cardboard feel. Just feels different than some of these products now. Now you're opening a product and you're, being careful, holding the edges, don't want to get a fingerprint on it, and understandably why, but I don't know, something fun about just ripping cards and having fun, looking at the names, laughing at some cards, thinking about the players, and not thinking too much about it. There's another Ramon Martinez. Joe Orsulak, Larry Anderson, Brett Butler, there we go. Giants Brett Butler. Gary Sheffield, second year Gary Sheffield. It's kind of weird to see him as a third baseman. You kind of think about him at this point from the end of his career where he was more of a DH. Did play some outfield and such, but he was just such a slugger. Darnell Nixon, Andy Bennis, Jose Canseco, Jim DeShays, Jay Bell, Tommy Green. He was a 93 Phil. Really good signer. Actually lives pretty local. So he ended up staying in the Philadelphia area. All right, two Topps packs. We got 1988 Topps, which is the first set I ever attempted to put together on my own, and as of October 2020, I have not completed it. Super close. I should probably actually try and just complete it, but I haven't. Lee Elia, Tony Fernandez, Barry Larkin, Spike Owen, Pete O'Brien, Steve Lyons. I always like the 88 design. It's one of the reasons I enjoy products like Topps Archives. I mean, I like Heritage as well, but Heritage goes year by year, so it's still going to take them forever to get to, the late 80s, early 90s, but they, Topps Archives, when they use designs like this, I have a lot of fun with it. Whitey Herzog. These cards are clean. Cecil. Lloyd McClendon. Davey Johnson. Jose Rijo. All-Star Game card of Dave Winfield. Doyle Alexander. Kevin Mitchell. Dave Stewart. Mike Krukow. Another guy who's a long-time announcer. There's another Wally Backman. George Brett. Shout out to the man, the myth, the legend. All right, one pack. 1989 Topps. One of my favorite products of all time. Just love the design. Love the basic look of them. And also, first cards I ever opened. This is what started it all. Dave Winfield. Again. Keith Hernandez. Every time they do, something in archives like this, I always try and grab every one. Binder them up. David Wells. One point I started a registry for the Hall of Famers, and then I just kind of stopped buying them slabbed. Would be neat to complete one day. There's actually a lot of Hall of Famers. They're just obviously all cheaper cards. No, Hall of Fame rookies or anything. At least for the base. Ken Griffey's got the update. Tim Belcher, Rookie Cup. Shout out to Hitman 23. All right, final group. Rangers, Louis Meadows, Ty Griffin, Pat Sheridan, Wade Boggs, Tommy John, the surgery guy, Mike Viola, Brian Fisher, Dwight Gooden, record breaker, Steve Bedrosian, who actually, believe it or not, won a Cy Young with the Phillies, Gary Templeton, and Jerry Roos. So, that was fun. Ripped a whole lot of stuff. Took a long time. Here's a look at all the wax, or all the cards. That's all the base right there. Here's the mess of wrappers, and just a fun rip. Let's see some of the Hall of Fame highlights. Not a ton, but some fun stuff. Ricky Henderson, Nolan Ryan, Harold Baines, Randy Johnson, Bonds, Dale Murphy, Winfield, George Brett, Bonds, Ken Griffey, Greg Maddux, Nolan Ryan, Tony Gwynn, and then also a Randy Johnson rookie and a Larry Walker rookie. So, that was fun. I had fun. I hope you guys who watched enjoyed it. Those who stayed to the end, you're nuts, but I appreciate you. Let me know down below, and I will talk to you guys next time. Enjoy the hobby. As always, gotta have fun. Everything's important in the hobby. Obviously, you want to take care of your cards. You want to be smart with your money. You want to buy good stuff. You want to protect your cards, but sometimes you just want to let loose, have some fun, and rip some super cheap wax. See ya.